Welcome back. Today I want to tell you a story. A story about a woman named Jennifer. Jennifer was a certified financial planner. Please remember this detail. She was not financially illiterate. She was not careless. On the contrary, she made a living helping others manage their assets. Jennifer had a perfect financial track record, an emergency fund sufficient for 6 months, a 401k retirement account maxed out to the limit, and a car that was fully paid off. As for her health, she had insurance through her company. A plan she believed was very good. The monthly premium was $150. The deductible was $2,000. And most importantly, the out-of-pocket maximum was $8,000. As a financial professional, Jennifer did the risk math. She calculated, in the worst-case scenario, if the sky falls, I will only lose a maximum of $8,000 in a year. I can totally handle that. That was the ceiling. That was the risk limit she trusted. But then, doctors found a lump. Breast cancer, stage 2. The good news was it was caught early. The good news was it was completely treatable, and she had insurance to handle the financial part. But 18 months later, when the nightmare had passed, the actual number Jennifer had to pay out of her own pocket was not $8,000. It was $37,000. You heard that right, $37,000 in cash, not paid by the insurance company, paid by her. What happened to her math? Why did the $8,000 shield have such a massive hole? First, she paid $8,000 for the first year. Second, she had to pay another $8,000 for the second year because the treatment process extended across the calendar year boundary, a small detail no one warned her about. Third, $14,000 for denied claims, which the insurance said were not medically necessary even though her doctor had ordered them. And finally, $7,000 for an out-of-network anesthesiologist, someone she had never met, never chosen, and could not refuse while unconscious on the operating table. What was the result? Jennifer burned through her emergency fund by month 4. She stopped contributing to her retirement fund by month 6. Credit card debt hit $11,000 by month 12. And by month 14, she had to withdraw money from her retirement fund, accepting a 10% penalty plus taxes on money she had spent 20 years accumulating. Jennifer survived the cancer, but financially, she was dead. At age 53, she is starting over from zero. Insurance was supposed to prevent this, but it failed to do so. If you are sitting there, believing you are protected, believing the out-of-pocket maximum is the final limit, then listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. This is the medical roulette trap. A study in 2019 in the American Journal of Public Health indicated that 66.5% of all personal bankruptcies are tied to medical issues. But the most terrifying number is this: 72% of those filers already had health insurance when they got sick. They were not irresponsible people. They paid their premiums in full, but they still went broke. Why? Because the insurance company is betting against you, and they designed the game with 3 hidden mechanisms so the house always wins. Mechanism 1, the calendar reset. You think the insurance ceiling applies to the entire illness? Incorrect. It applies to the calendar year. Your cancer does not care about the calendar, but insurance does. If you start treatment in November and it extends to February of the next year, you will have to pay that ceiling twice, from $8,000, jumping to $16,000, just because the calendar flipped to January 1st. And if you have a chronic disease requiring lifelong treatment, that ceiling becomes a survival tax. you have to break your back paying every year. 10 years is $80,000. 20 years is $160,000. That is not a ceiling. That is a toll booth with no exit. Mechanism. 2. Claim denial. Insurance companies deny payments. Not occasionally, but constantly. According to a report from the Kaiser Family Foundation, the average denial rate is 17%. 1 in every 5 claims is denied. Some companies even deny up to 30%. And here is the most vicious psychological blow. Reports show less than 1% of patients file an appeal. Why? Because they bet on your exhaustion. When you are sick, scared, drowning in paperwork, you have no strength left to fight. You choose to pay to be done with it, and that is exactly how they make a profit. Mechanism. 3. The out-of-network phantom. This is the most sophisticated trap. You choose an in-network hospital. Good. You check for an in-network surgeon. Good. You follow every procedure correctly. But your anesthesiologist, the radiologist reading your x-ray, the blood testing lab, they can completely be out-of-network entities. You didn't choose them. You didn't even see their faces, but they still send a separate bill to you. And painfully, these amounts do not count toward the insurance ceiling. The No Surprises Act of 2022 was passed, but enforcement is still lax and full of loopholes. So, what does the real financial picture of a middle-class family look like? The average insurance premium today is $23,000 a year. Employees usually have to pay about $6,000, plus a deductible of $3,000, plus co-payments, plus denied bills, plus out-of-network fees. In total, you could lose tens of thousands of dollars before insurance actually protects you. The Commonwealth Fund reports that 43% of working-age adults are underinsured, meaning they have insurance but cannot afford to pay when they actually need to use it. So, what must we do? We cannot control whether we get sick or not, but we can change our financial tactics. Here are 5 action steps so you don't become the next victim. Step 1. Recalculate your emergency fund. The advice of 3 to 6 months of salary is wrong when facing medical risk. When you are sick, expenses explode rather than stay still. You need 6 months of living expenses. Plus, double the insurance ceiling. Plus, a $15,000 buffer for denied bills. That is the real safety floor. Step 2. Read the contract carefully. Look for the sections on appeals process and out-of-network coverage. Don't wait until you receive a denial letter to start researching. By then, it is too late. Step 3. Keep records like a paranoid person. Keep every bill. Record every call. Note the date, time, and name of the insurance agent you spoke with. When a dispute arises, whoever has more detailed evidence wins. Step 4. Understand patient protection laws. Every state, every country has its own laws banning surprise bills. The insurance company will not volunteer this information. You must equip yourself with knowledge. And step 5. Adopt a fighting mindset. Remember carefully, the first denial letter is just an opening offer negotiation. The win rate for appeals is up to 50%. Never accept paying immediately. Check every line in the bill because 80% of medical bills contain errors. Finally, look at your assets again. 20 years of savings, the house, the retirement fund, all of it is sitting on a foundation more fragile than you think. Just one diagnosis. All will shift from your assets to the insurance company's profit. You are not saving money for your future. You are unknowingly holding money for them. Financial safety does not come from buying insurance and hoping for the best. It comes from understanding the rules of the game, preparing a large enough financial margin, and being ready to fight to protect every dollar of your hard-earned money. If this video changes how you view insurance, please hit like and subscribe to the channel. Don't let ignorance turn you into a statistic in bankruptcy reports. Thank you, and see you again.